President Biden just this week suggested that Russia was sowing misinformation to influence the 2022 midterms, called it a violation of our sovereignty. What do you think of his remark, and have you seen any evidence of Russian efforts with regard to 2022?
So I don't obviously don't have intelligence read-ins anymore. I don't get to see what's in the PDB, the Presidential Daily Briefing. It's not surprising that there would be information to suggest that either the Russian intelligence services or some of their proxies are continuing to stoke, undermine confidence and stoke chaos in our democratic processes. I got to admit though, they don't have to try too hard because we're doing a pretty good job of it ourselves here at home. But what I would also encourage the administration to stay on point on is that China, from a disinformation perspective, is much more subtle, much more insidious. They work it at a local level. Where China or Russia tends to be more of the arsonist, they're much more subtle in terms of laying their groundwork. And you hear Chris Wray, the director of the FBI, every time he testifies, he talks about opening Chinese counterintelligence activities or investigations every 10 hours. I mean, it is
Sure.
a remarkable campaign. So, but I will say this: as I was leaving the administration last year,
Mm.
as I was thinking about what I would say to my successor, now Jen Easterly, two key priorities. One is ransomware, and second is disinformation. In the administration, every government out there, U.S., European, elsewhere, has to be thinking about disinformation as a strategic threat. And much like we were having these equities battles 10, 15 years ago on cyber, if you remember the bubble charts of General Alexander and DHS at
Yeah.
the time, who owns what? We have to have those same conversations now. What are the lanes of responsibility? And that is one of the things that we're looking at over at the Aspen Institute, the Commission on Information Disorder. What are the roles and responsibilities of government? How do we increase transparency in the platforms? How do we boost trust throughout the ecosystem?